Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about acrylic pouring again, and it is also the second video in collaboration with CraftyJenn. If you do not know her channel, you should definitely watch this, because we agreed on a collaboration about 3 pieces: one acrylic pouring, one resin and sand, and one something abstract. So this is the second one. You should have seen the first beach scene resin one already. This is the acrylic pouring one. It is also beach scene related because it felt logical to do so, and this is the result. This again had some text written on there as agreed on with CraftyJenn, and I really can't wait to see what your acrylic pour comes up with. Check out her channel to see her result, and the first result of course about your resin art, and yeah, follow me along how I did this one. If you decide to do something like this, just show me your result on Facebook or Instagram. I would love to see those. And of course, as usual, let me know what you think about it. Enjoy watching a video in the making of process, and until later. Bye bye. And here you can see which materials I've used. Surface-wise, this is a 50 cm round canvas, and I of course used a bunch of acrylic paints. As you all know, I love my Artina acrylic paints, and these are the colors that I've chosen. The yellow, a white, a dark blue, a sienna color, and a turquoise. And the large bottle on the very left side, which has Gardi written onto it, is the acrylic binder that I have recently discovered on the Bösner store, which is a German store. So I have linked it in the video description among all the other materials that I've used or that I'm going to use here. But unless you're not in Germany or close by, I'd say, you might not be able to order it because I do not know if they ship overseas. So you can try, of course. I really love this stuff, and I probably love it even more than the float roll, and it's even cheaper than the float roll. So this is my current go-to medium when I do the acrylic pouring. Besides that, some water and silicone, of course. The color mixing itself is not really that exciting, so I speed it up. It is basically the same workflow that I always use, so 2 parts of the binder, 1 part of the paint, a bit of silicone and water if needed, to get a consistency like honey. And once the basics are done, the really fun stuff begins. This is creating a real mess on this canvas. I poured it on all at once because I thought a swipe would be the ideal choice technique-wise. And yeah, so I just had to put all the colors on the canvas at once. I was not sure if a swipe works that large, if it looks good in the very end, but I thought it might. So I grabbed a kitchen towel, put it on there and just swiped everything over. Basically, I wanted to swipe just once to not get rid of too much of the color which is sitting on there. And for the most part it worked, for the upper part it did not work that well. And so I had to swipe it a second time, which of course dragged even more paint along with the towel. And you can see that when I was tilting the canvas a bit, you can see where there's leather paint on the upper left corner, where the paints have domes up a bit, so it will not really flow over this area, and you can see in a way a stop and go point. I wanted to avoid this or to get rid of this, but if I would have tilted even more or waited for the paint to come over, it would have created awkward shapes in the rest of the painting. So as I had plans what to do with this artwork once everything was dried, I thought it might work out in the very end, and I do not have to bother that much with this area. I knew that this area was going to dry a bit darker because the dark blue that I've used, a Phthalo cyanine blue, I love this color, dries really dark. It's a beautiful color, and so I was pretty sure it will look like a deeper part of the ocean in the very end. I was pretty happy about the sand area. This turned out really great. I have never done a beach scene in acrylic pouring alone with that much success, I'd say, but I was pretty happy about the cells that I got, about the color scheme that I got, and the transition into the water. It just worked out, which made me super happy. And just as a small side note, we all know that acrylic pouring is a bit of randomness and has a good portion of luck each time to have something pretty. But in case you want to control the size of your cells, you can in a way do that in the way you mix your paints. So if you add the silicone to your paints and you stir really heavily, so very much stirring, you will split the silicone drops into very small little drops, which will create many small cells in the very end, no matter if you swipe or if you dirty pour it. If you add the silicone and only stir very gently, you will keep the silicone drops larger in the very end, and so you will end up having larger cells. It depends on a couple of more factors, of course, and if you like to know more about the physics of acrylic pouring, if you want to say that, I made an acrylic pouring basic video in German and English a couple weeks back, which I will probably link in this video, so you can check this out and there tell you something more about the physics and how the cell creation works and what you can do or not do to get a certain effect. But still, a good portion of this will still remain to be luck. So, then there was time to let it dry, and this again had to contain some writing. And if you've seen the first video, which was the resin scene, I basically took the same approach to this. I used the very same font style and printed it out on my printer, cut it to size and just put it on there. I again used the transfer paper, which is the white paper that you can see me putting underneath of the writing. And not like in the first video where everything went beautifully, the transfer paper stuck a bit to the canvas. So as this acrylic pouring always is a bit sticky, not sticky like sticky, but you know what I mean? If you touch it, you can feel that it's a bit more sticky than just resin layer or whatever. So this stuff really stuck to it, and it made some prints on it where I just pressed my fingers and stuff on there. It worked pretty much the very same when it comes to the transfer of my letters. So this one was perfect, but in case you have happened this on your artwork as well, do not panic if you have some of these white transfer stuff on there. Just do your thing, draw, paint your letters and fill them out. I just used acrylic paints for this and let it completely dry and then wipe over with red paper or some kitchen cleaning towels. I don't know. Just something red, or if you want to improve it, even some, I don't know, dishwashing soap added, and you will completely get rid of these stains from the paper. So no need to panic, just do your thing. And in the very end I wanted to add some more drama, and I want to cover up a bit of this failed edge at the very left, and I decided to add some sea creatures, which is a silhouette of a shark, and in the very end I also added some skates, which I think looked cool. Not really sure if I managed this. Let me know what you think of it, if you liked it with the animals added. I think it gives it a good contrast to the rest of the piece, and I think it covers up a bit. So basically this was the result of the piece. It went fairly quickly and it was so much fun to do. I really can't wait to see Jenn's result, what she comes up with, how she does her writing this time, if she also writes it directly into the red paint as she did with the resin, or if she uses the same approach as I did. So I'm really looking forward to see the result, and you should of course also subscribe to her channel to not miss her videos. She does amazing stuff. And if this was the first video that you've seen from my channel and you liked what you've seen, please give me a thumbs up, and even better, subscribe to my channel. You will also have this bell icon there, you know the drill, just click it to get notifications when I upload new videos. This is up to 1 or 2 videos a week depending on the time, of course. And yeah, if you like, please share with your friends and family on social media just to help my channel grow. Other than that, I hope to see you in my next videos. Have a great day. Bye bye.